What's up people, this is Procreate. My name is Joshua Dow and I'm an artist, and I'm one of those people who just watched Avatar: The Last Airbender now because it's out on Netflix, so sorry, what can I say, I'm not a true original fan I guess, but I did really end up liking the show, and so I decided to make Avatar: The Last Airbender and Marvel character mashup episode. And Marvel is one of the things that somebody requested in my comments, so I ended up making this one, and some other things that were requested were Pirates of the Caribbean or Star Wars or Percy Jackson, and I really love Pirates of the Caribbean. I do like Percy Jackson a lot as well, so I'm probably gonna do videos including those in the future. And if you have something that you would like me see mash up, then please leave a comment down below as well. But anyway, let's just get into the mashing up now. So our first mashup is Aang and Thor, and I decided to mash these two up because of their powers basically. So Aang is like is the last airbender, and Thor is the god of thunder, god of the sky, god of lightning and stuff like that, so I thought that would go really well together. And though I didn't think about it at first, I do think that the stories also mix really well together, because I would imagine it like Aang is the son of two like ancient Chinese or like from Tibetan gods basically, but he's like Thor in the first Thor movies, he's a brat, he's like arrogant and asshole, he's not using his powers correctly. So they decided to send him down to Earth without his powers in order to regain his powers and become worthy and prove that he's a good human being, aside from also being a god. But something goes wrong when they send him down to Earth and they get killed or something, attacked. That would fit with Aang's storyline, because everybody that he knows and his family and his home place gets killed and destroyed while he's gone. But anyway, something goes wrong when he gets sent down to Earth, and he's kind of stuck on that way down to Earth for 100 years. So he basically wakes up on Earth and is like into the situation of Loki probably trying to take over Earth, and that would be like the equivalent of the Fire Nation taking over Earth, or that 100-year war that has been going on in Avatar. And then he just has to go through that story in order to regain his like worthiness and regain his powers, and in the same way that Aang kind of has to learn the powers in the first place in Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I think that would actually make for a really good story, and maybe with the help of some other characters. And I think these two just go really well together just from the character itself. Like, it's always hard to put characters together because basically anyone could fit with anyone. Like, Aang could also fit really well with Captain America because he also goes into the ice for 70 years, while Aang goes into the ice for 100 years. Like, there's always aspects of either storyline or character traits or powers that would fit well together with any character basically. But I really like this in the end because they are not only like have similar powers or powers from a similar realm, I guess, like the sky, but also they are kind of like quirky, goofy, funny characters until the situation gets really serious. But when it does get really serious, they are really powerful and hard to beat and stuff, and they will both also have that glowing eye thing. So I like the way I did that, and I like the way the lightning goes in between his fingers and stuff in this drawing. So except for this background, I really like this drawing. For the second mashup, I probably chose some of my least favorite characters, Zuko and Bucky, and I know they're really popular. I don't really get that, so sorry if I'm offending your favorite characters. I know a lot of people like them a lot, but they're just not my type. But I do had a lot of fun drawing them and mashing them up. They don't have the most in common, like storyline wise or power wise, but they both have that kind of grumpy emo boy energy, and they both go from bad to good and are kind of brainwashed. Like, Bucky is obviously brainwashed, while Zuko is kind of brainwashed just by his father manipulating him into doing this and that, and just by growing up in that Fire Nation that just has these ideals without knowing that it's really bad and that he's on the bad side of history. I figured this character would exist in World War II times, and his father would be like Red Skull or some big Nazi general or Hydra general, but he would decide to fight against the Nazis. Then he gets captured by his father and kind of brainwashed into becoming an assassin for the Nazis or for Hydra. And while getting captured, he would kind of get really hurt really badly and lose his arm, and they would put a new arm there, like a metal arm, that also has the power to shoot fire out of it. So this wouldn't be like fire bending or anything, like no superpowers, but actual like mechanical fire shooting out of his arm. But I would imagine it like that this arm, even though he has that power, it actually causes him like physical pain. So that's why you can see him turning away from the flame here and making that face, because I would imagine that yeah, it actually burns away at his body, like the heat that is also like led through the metal of the arm into his body, and that is also how he got the scar on his face, by like the fire being redirected at his face or something, or accidentally going off in his face. So yeah, that it wouldn't just like emotionally hurt him to be fighting on the wrong side, like deep down he knows he is, but also physically hurt him to help out his father and like the bad guys and stuff. And then also they both have that alter ego, the blue spirit in the case of Zuko and the Winter Soldier in the case of Bucky, and they both have a mask in that case, so I decided to give him a mask. And in this scenario it would like first of all hide his identity, which is very recognizable with a scar on his face from authorities or shield or something, and it would hide the pain that he is in when he shoots his own arm, and not show like reveal his weaknesses. So his alter ego would be this guy, the Winter Spirit. For unfortunately the last character for this video, I wanted to do another one. I really wanted to do Sokka's Hawkeye. Maybe another video, let me know if you want to see more of these. I just didn't manage to do it like time-wise in this video. So here is instead Suki and Black Widow, and I really like this mashup as well. Honestly, I didn't think too much about the lore with this one because I just don't know that much about Black Widow, but they are both in like elite female only fighter groups like the Kyoshi Warriors in the case of Suki, and that, I don't know, evil brainwash assassin female group that Black Widow is in when she was young. So that fit well, and I don't know, just the energy of this character. Like with the Bucky Zuko mashup, I kind of just focused on the energy and the vibes that I'm getting from this character. I think this fit really well. And yeah, for the design of the outfit, it was kind of hard because they're kind of the exact opposite. Like Black Widow has a skin tight fighting outfit, and Suki fights in basically a big dress, and I decided in the end to go with a skin tight outfit, for one because I have to be honest, I really like the way I do the anatomy in here, and it doesn't happen that often that I like the female anatomy that I draw, because I'm just not as good at it. So I didn't want to give that up by putting it into a big dress, and also I think it's just a lot more functional to fight in a skin tight suit than in a big dress. Like I feel like that would get in the way. I mixed up their weapons, like the electro sticks that Black Widow has and the fans that Suki has, and yeah, then I added in the background. I'm really happy with that. It's really sketchy, but probably still my favorite. I guess I'm just more comfortable in that sketchy phase, and it also reminded me that when I started out drawing characters like these ones here, they were just as sketchy as I drew the background. So I guess like in my process, before I'm able to get good at something, I have to start out very sketchy, because I don't know, maybe that's just how I work, and then I get more refined over time. Like it just doesn't work for me. Like the first two designs of this, the backgrounds, I try to make them kind of neat, and I don't know, it just feels unnatural and doesn't look very good. But anyway, here is the Black Kyoshi, I guess, or maybe the Black Warrior, Kyoshi Widow. I don't know, you guys decide what the name is. Alright, that is it for the mashups of the day. I really liked this episode. I had a lot of fun, and let me know if you had fun as well, and if you would like me to do part 2 of this, like to see me draw some other characters like Sokka or Toph or some other cool, maybe Azula, maybe a bad guy, and also some cool Marvel characters. Let me know if you want me to swap this around, draw Marvel characters in the Avatar The Last Airbender world, or just any other fandom, I guess. Let me know down below. Alright, I guess that's it for the day. Comment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified whenever I post something. Until next time.